4 gear, and that lets you save.
Look here.
True Form Life.
Green look on it.
Welcome to Exploring Mind and Body with Drew Tadia. Drew is an expert in nutrition, fitness, lifestyle, and more. And he wants to help you live a healthier, longer, and more active life. Now here's your host, Drew Tadia.
Welcome to another edition of nationally syndicated Exploring Mind and Body. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here and being a part of our True Form Life community. Whether you're listening on terrestrial radio across the country, that's broadcast radio. Just got back from a conference and a lot of people are like, you mean podcast? And I'm like, no, I mean broadcast radio. When you turn on the car, that's what terrestrial radio is, or as a podcast around the world. We certainly wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for tuning in. Today we're talking about Buti Yoga. It's B-U-T-I, not B-O-O-T-Y. This is a newer kind of yoga, and Joanna Stevens is going to tell us all about it. She's newly certified. She's excited to get into the industry and start teaching classes herself. Always interested in new and exciting trends or things to help people improve their health holistically. So sit back and enjoy. We got all that coming up on...
This is Exploring Mind and Body. Naturally improve your lifestyle one show at a time with your host, Drew Tadia.
All right, welcome to another edition of nationally syndicated Exploring Mind and Body. Today, we're talking about the benefits of Buti Yoga, and we have here online Joanna Stevens. Welcome to the show, Joanna.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Super excited. We haven't talked about this subject before. Always interested in learning new things around holistic health. Before we get into those details, I just want to take a moment to learn more about you. Let's get up close and personal with Joanna. Tell us how you got into Buti Yoga and what you were doing before.
Well, I got into Buti Yoga last spring, so almost a year ago. I was a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids, and my friend just asked me to go one night. I wasn't sure what it was. I was thinking it was just like your traditional yoga, something like soothing, relaxing. That's kind of what you think of when you think of yoga, peaceful, quiet. So I went with my friend, and it was totally different from anything I expected it to be. It was very upbeat, loud music, high energy. I sweat like just buckets from the class. It was absolutely amazing. And from the very first night, I was hooked.
How often do you go?
I'd say now it's probably 4 days a week.
Okay.
If I don't practice at a studio, then I'm practicing at home. So, because with kids, it's hard to, get out all the time.
Yeah.
But if I could go, I'd go every single night.
Okay. So you said you can do Buti Yoga at home, and then you can go to different facilities as well. Is this a newer kind of thing, or is it just becoming more apparent in and around our area?
Well, Bizzie Gold is the founder of Buti Yoga. She created it in 2010. She's a celebrity trainer. And yeah, it's been popular. I'd say it's on the rise. Like, it's becoming more well-known than before, but it is a new practice.
So what is it about? Well, maybe you could explain what it is, because it sounds like it's a bit different than your traditional yoga classes.
It is. It's a combination of traditional yoga moves, tribal dance, and jump training. Wow. And the meaning of Buti, a lot of people think Buti means like your butt, but it actually means the cure to something that's been hidden away or kept secret. It really teaches you to look inwards and find your power within to heal yourself.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yes.
What kind of word is that? Do you know?
Buti is a Indian mantra.
Okay.
I believe that's how they say it.
So you took a training course. How long, or what did that entail?
Well, the training is 1 full day of training, and then the second day is demoing, so your tests. And you're working out for the entire 12 hours, both days. And before you go, though, you really need to know what you're doing. So it's good to take Buti classes, learn it and know it well, and then go take your training. You can't just not ever attend a Buti class and then go take the training, right? It'd be really hard because it's a lot to take in.
And how often were you doing these classes before you were like, oh, I think I should be certified in this?
It was a few days a week. And then a couple months before I went and took the exam, it was almost every day.
Wow. And how long are you doing these sessions every day?
It's about 90 minutes. There is hour-long classes and 90-minute classes. So
90-minute classes seems like a long time.
It goes by so fast. 10 minutes of that is you're in Savasana. So you're relaxing at the end of the class. So you have something to look forward to when you're working out and sweating. Then you can look forward to the relaxation at the end of the class.
I hear that this Shavasana is that how you say it? Shavasana?
Yep.
Is sometimes the most like people are looking forward to this more than anything in the yoga class.
It gets you through it. Yeah.
And what it just, I don't know, there's probably not too much to explain, but those of our listeners that may not know what it is, can you tell us?
So it's really loud music. It's really upbeat music. You're using your traditional yoga poses, but along with it, there's travel dance, there's jumping. It's such high energy. Some points you don't even really feel like you're working out because you're just having so much fun and you're really connecting to everyone else around you. And it's just a really good time.
Before we get into the show, I just want to mention Complete Truth Protein. This is a plant-based protein supplement that we've designed ourselves at Trueform. And the reason I designed it is because I felt like there was a need in the industry. Now, when I was traveling around the world, and I literally had a tackle box full of supplements and products and vitamins that did a whole lot more damage than good. So when I started doing more personal training and fitness classes, people would ask me what types of supplements I would recommend. And I always say, eat food. So that's why I've designed Complete Truth Protein around food. It's made with quinoa and hemp seeds. And one of the main benefits that it offers is improved digestion. So many of us deal with digestion issues on a regular basis. It also gives you a natural boost of energy. So if you head over to trueformlife.com/complete-truth-protein, we have tons of more details, videos, recipes, and everything you need to get going in the right direction with a good quality protein supplement. trueformlife.com/complete-truth-protein.
Trueform Life.
So it's kind of crazy that they're combining all these different, or these few different types of activities all in one.
Yes, they also do the spinal structure technique, spiraling technique. So there's a lot of spiraling and it really helps you work your inner and outer core muscles.
Have you
So
noticed?
you're using a lot of muscles that you don't normally use in your everyday activities.
What is spiraling?
It's kind of like belly dancing. You know how they spiral?
Okay, I can picture it.
Yep.
And then, so what kind of results have you found or have you heard about, or what have you noticed from doing these classes?
The biggest thing is reconnecting with the power that I have within myself, the creativity. Buti Yoga helps you realign your chakras. So yes, you do see major physical results, but you also experience a lot of, mental results as well. So it's healing within your body. And I find when you heal within, then it radiates outwards. Then you notice it out. So it starts with healing inside your body first.
Were you doing any other types of yoga classes before this one?
I was not. No.
So where did you get the idea to go and try this?
Just my friend. She just asked me, and I was kind of like, I've tried yoga before. It's good. I like it, but it wasn't something I was passionate about. So I kind of went just thinking like, oh, I'll go and, have a fun time. And then it was totally different than I ever expected. And yeah, like I said, I was hooked.
And now you love it. So you're certified. Is that right?
I am certified. Yep. I got certified at the end of January in Calgary.
And do you plan on teaching classes now?
I do plan on teaching it. I'm not exactly quite sure when yet. I'm trying to find the right time because I am still a stay-at-home mom and I want that to be my main focus. But I do plan on teaching in the near future.
Awesome. It doesn't sound like there's anything like that around, so I think people would be interested.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And you do get a really good workout.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great to have different varieties of different workouts. Now, when it comes to like the yoga end of it or the more spiritual end of it, is there any type of meaning behind it? Like I understand that the word Buti means something much different, but is there a different spiritual connection that you can expect while experiencing these type of movements?
Yeah, it just really helps you get in touch with your authentic self. I feel like as we get older, we kind of lose touch of who we really are, like our creativity. Like in society, everything as you get older is work. And if anything that you're doing should be work related, you kind of lose touch with your child self. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it helps you connect with your creative side again. And you just wake up and you're ready to create. And
you know, it's interesting. I was at the beach the other day and these kids were playing on the beach. Like, I don't know how old they were, 8 years old, maybe two little boys. And they were like playing this game and they were like, I was just hanging out on the beach and we were actually having a picnic and they were playing this game and it was like a made up imaginary game. And I was like, where are they getting these ideas from? Because they're just making things up. And that was the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, like, it reminded me of being a kid and making things up and like just pulling things out of the air. Like there was no script or there was no one was telling you what to do or how it was supposed to go. And I thought to myself, I was like, I wonder at what age or maybe around what age we like forget to use our imagination and start to play again.
Right? Yeah. And it just helps you connect with that again because we lose that as we get older.
Yeah, I think I kind of feel like it's a muscle. Like if we don't use that, if we don't use our imagination, then we lose it.
Yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to mention was I went to a yoga class one time and I think it was called bar yoga. Do you know what that is?
I've never heard of it.
I haven't heard of it before I went either. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the name. And it was just a booty class.
Oh, okay.
So, excuse me.
So it was a lot like Buti Yoga?
Yeah, well, it should have been called Buti Yoga, but it was called bar yoga. And I got this pass. It was like some type of unlimited pass for 30 days. So, and I was like, okay. I was like, I'll go to as many classes as possible. And we were going to yoga every day and trying all these different classes. And it was like, try this bar yoga. And I was like, all right. So we went and it was like all women, which is okay. And because most of the time I go to these classes and there's like one or two men in particular, there was no men in this one, but it was like, it was like all booty. It was like 4 women. It was like, okay. She was like, okay, ladies, squeeze your glutes. And I was like, oh man, I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, I just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, it wasn't what you were expecting. Well,
it definitely
you tried a Buti Yoga, I guess, little 15-minute demo. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it was awesome. It felt like there was so many. So for our listeners, I asked Joanna to do a little video or do one of her sessions for us for our monthly membership group. And that's a private group that we facilitate through. It's just online and we do workouts and nutrition planning. And so I asked Joanna to do a little workout for us. And it was a 15-minute video. And it was awesome. I felt like it was a combination of, I guess what you're explaining. It felt like it was a combination of so many different things, which was really nice because I was expecting it to be not really a workout at all, but it felt like a full workout.
Yeah. Just in that 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that's great because like what we do, that's why I said like I thought like 90 minutes might be a bit long, but that's only because
Yeah.
I'm used to working out for like 25, maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because you get to work so much in such a short time, and it was like full body movements. You weren't really working one thing.
Yeah.
True Form Life.
Just want to take a minute to mention Complete Truth Protein again. This is a protein supplement that we designed at True Form. We believe in food. We believe food heals, cures, and prevents. That's why this product is much different than your conventional types of products. Unfortunately, packed with chemicals, preservatives, toxins that our body doesn't know how to utilize, digest, and absorb. So that's why Complete Truth Protein can help improve your digestion and will offer a natural boost of energy. You can find more details at trueformlife.com/complete truth protein.
True Form Life.
So is that something that you really enjoy about it? Is trying different movements and working different muscle groups, or is that just part of the exercise?
Oh, I really enjoy that too. It really helps you gain your strength, your inner core strength. It helps with your flexibility. Before I started, I could like just touch my toes, whereas now like I can do a full forward bend. I can almost do the splits now. So like it really increases your strength and flexibility.
Yeah, you know what I think it's interesting? Like a lot of times people are like they enjoy the yoga and then they want to do the yoga themselves, but I think it's a small percentage of people that would transition into getting certified and then teaching others. Why is it that you wanted to do that? Like why did you go down that route of certification and looking to run classes yourself?
I'm not sure. I just one day was just like I should, and I wasn't even doing Buti yoga for that long. It was probably 6 months. No, not even 6 months, less than 6 months. And I was like, oh, you know what? I should go get my certification. I just went with that feeling, just went for it.
So it just came to you and you're like, I got to take action.
It came to me as an idea and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. And I've noticed, since jumping in and deciding to do that, I was just started painting again. I'm getting back into tattooing again. Like it just opens up your creativity and you just start to you notice the power within yourself and you just start living life again. Like instead of just doing the same, daily routines, you get used to it, you get comfortable, but it helps you step out of your comfort zone and do things that you want to do. Or sometimes you're like, oh, I should do this, but it's just a thought and then you don't go do it. But subconsciously, you know that you want to do that. Like say move to California, right? Some people are like, that's a huge leap. Like, why did you, like a lot of people talk about doing it, but they don't actually take the risk to go do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, just go and do it.
You just got to take action.
If that's what you want to do, take the action and do it. Right?
I think that should be on t-shirts around the world.
Yeah.
So that was just something that you wanted to do? It was
just an idea that I had. And I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to do it. I was scared and I had days where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this because it is hard. But I made it through and I did it and got certified. And yeah, it was worth it.
And now you have to take action towards teaching classes.
Yes. Yes. Well, that will happen. It's going to happen and it'll be in the near future. So when that does, I will let you know.
Okay, I look forward. I will join you at one of your classes.
Yes, you should. You'll be hooked and then you'll be getting certified.
So you think that this, like the Buti yoga, has inspired other things in your life as well? Is that what you were saying?
Yes, it's helped me physically. Like I've become so much stronger, more flexible. So I notice a difference physically, but I also notice a difference mentally.
And why do you think that that's inspired like your creativity, or we just talked about like taking action? How do you think that's connected to be like taking these classes and then transitioning into other areas of your life?
Well, the meaning of Buti itself is the cure to something that's hidden away or secret. So I think a lot of times we don't even realize how unbalanced we are until we become more balanced.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome. That's like we don't know what we don't know.
Exactly. Like, you don't realize how unbalanced your life can become until it's balanced again. And yoga, taking the time for yourself, because a lot of times we get busy with work and with being a parent and chores and all these things that need to get done, that we're not taking any time away for yourself. And I think yoga helps you balance that and connect with yourself and go inward and look inward and reflect and see where you need to change and what needs to be improved in your life. And just taking that little bit of time, even if it's like 1 day a week or, 3 days a week or 7 days a week, just a little bit of time to yourself so that you can reflect and look inward and see where you need to make those changes to grow and become, your authentic self and become happy and
why do you think
joy back.
Why do you think so many people don't take that opportunity or don't make that time?
Well, it's like we were mentioning, when you're younger, there's a point in time where you kind of lose that. It's our society. It's all about being as busy as you can. And you're almost made to feel guilty if you take time for yourself.
That's a good point. I feel guilty when I'm not working. I'm like, oh, I should be working on something. But yeah, and I think you're right. Like, it's like, for us, it makes us feel important to be like, oh, I had 25 appointments in 4 hours.
Yes. And it's not healthy. It doesn't create balance in your life. And then you wonder why you're so miserable. Like,
True Form Life.
I just want to mention Complete Truth Protein here once again before I let you go. This is a protein supplement we designed ourselves, made with quinoa and hemp seeds, also maca and stevia. We have 2 different types of products. They both have tons of health benefits. You can bake the original bag, you can bake with. It's perfect for gluten-free flour. If you're celiac or gluten intolerant, we have tons of recipes on trueformlife.com, which include raw protein balls. People absolutely love these ones. We have pancakes, cookies, muffins, all healthy, all clean ingredients. Dorothy puts these together for us on a weekly basis. So if you head over to trueformlife.com, head over to the recipe section. We have all kinds of recipes on how you can use Complete Truth Protein. It's also a vegan and raw product. So if you have any intolerances or if you have any issues with digestion, this will definitely help you out. Once again, that's trueformlife.com/Complete Truth Protein.
True Form Life.
Right, because we're strung out and we got too much going on and we don't take time for ourselves.
yeah. And you don't even notice how unbalanced you've become.
Yeah.
And then you lose your creativity and you lose just being in the present moment. I think with yoga, the 10 minutes of savasana at the end, you're just laying there and it's quiet. And it's 10 minutes of just almost a meditation. So I don't think we take time for that, to just reflect and be quiet and have a peaceful moment.
Well, what's interesting is that you said like the creativity, like when feel like when we have that time to relax and to think and look within ourselves, then we can find more time. Like, oh, I actually have more time to do this. Or like you're talking about, I can actually have the ability to be creative, but without taking that time for ourselves, we just don't realize it's there.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't even, it seems like if we do create, it's because we're creating to achieve something. Like, how's it going to make us money? Whereas you don't tell a kid that, oh, you shouldn't draw unless you're going to get money for that drawing, right? You tell them just to draw because you enjoy drawing, or it doesn't even have to be drawing. It could be writing or play music or just play, use your imagination. We don't tell kids not to because they're not going to be successful at, whatever. We tell them to do it because they enjoy it.
And then because
so we should do the same thing for ourselves. We should do it because we enjoy it.
Right. And then because there's nothing linked, like, I feel like the kids enjoy it more just because it's natural. Like, oh, I'm just going to go play. I'm just going to go do some artwork. Like, you don't have anything connected to it. Like, you have to be done by this time, or you have to make this look perfect, or someone's not going to pay you, or you're going to lose your job, for example.
Yeah, somebody's going to judge me for this drawing, or, oh, you never heard a kid say, you know what, I played for 3 hours today. I feel so guilty.
That would be funny.
Yeah. So
I think it comes
we should do the same thing for ourselves. Like, and it does come back once you start taking the time for yourself. It'll come back, and not everyone loses that, but I know I was very stuck on work, right? And not taking time for myself. So it was nice to find something that brought the passion back.
So how are you able to make the time for these classes? Like, you're a busy mom. You probably got all kinds of things going on. Like, I think everyone could understand that being a mom's like a full-time job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then most people are like, oh, I have kids. I don't have time for this or that. How did you make the time?
You just make the time. You just find it. If you want to make the time for something, you'll make it happen.
I think, like,
like, if you really love something, you'll schedule out your day so that you can fit it in somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, like, we all have time for I think it's prioritizing, like, or our priorities. Like, we all have time to do the things that we want to do, or the things that we feel like we have to do, if it's for work, for example. Like, we find that time or make that time, but then when it comes to ourselves, we don't even think about that. They're just like, oh, there's no time for me.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll spend hours working and then hours cleaning on top of that, but you won't even find, say, a half an hour, 20 minutes just for yourself.
All right, Joanna, we do have to wrap things up here. I want to give you a chance to talk about the more details about Buti Yoga if anyone's interested. I know there's a website you were going to mention. Any details for those that would like to know more about it or would like to get involved?
Okay, so there is a website, and it's called butiyoga.com. They have online workouts. Over 250 workouts are posted right now, and they post new workouts every single week. And it is $39.99 US monthly, or you can pay annually, and I think it might be cheaper. But you do get a free 7-day trial to try it out first to see if it's something that you would like. And there is a couple studios in town that offer Buti Yoga. I think it's Seal Soul Studio in town. I don't know. Are you able to link Instagram accounts down below?
Yep.
Okay, so you could link her account down below. She's the classes that I started going to and that got me into Buti Yoga. And she offers them a few days a week for sure in the evenings.
Okay, well, we can put some links in the show notes so we can get people directed that way as well.
Okay.
Awesome, Joanna. Thank you so much for shining some light on this Buti Yoga. All the best with your own progress, I suppose, and your own creativity. And then we're looking forward to more details about you teaching and bringing classes and groups of people together.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
True Form Life.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for this edition of Exploring Mind and Body. As always, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in and sticking around till the end. Hope you enjoyed that interview. I hope you get a chance to try Buti Yoga. I think it's really cool that there's all these new things happening in the holistic world. There's different things that you can do to improve your health, and this is definitely one of them. Think about your creative side. Think about making time for yourself and going after Buti Yoga, giving it a try. You definitely won't regret it. All past shows are going up on exploringmindandbody.com. You can always check out past shows there. More details as to what we have going on with meal planning, recipes, grocery shopping lists, and at-home workouts at trueformlife.com. If you need a boost in the right direction, we can definitely help you out. Once again, thank you so much for being here. That's it. That's all I got. I'm out of here. As always, I'm your host, Drew Tadia, in health and fitness for a better world. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Exploring Mind and Body with Trueform Life's Drew Tadia, fitness expert. To find out more about the show, Drew Tadia, or to listen to past shows, visit exploringmindandbody.com.